Well, as you know, June is Pride Month.
Yes, and Dr. Laura Saunders is joining us now to talk about celebrating it and celebrating diversity. Welcome, Doctor.
Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday and happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
We just want to say we're really sorry about your arm and your shoulder, and I hope you're feeling better.
I was very sad to miss last week. I'm hoping I'm on the mend, but I have this big old immobilizer on. So hopefully we're moving in a positive direction.
Exactly. And you want to be able to celebrate Pride, and you got to get out there and celebrate.
Exactly. So Pride is really important, and it's celebrated in June because June is the month in 1969 where the Stonewall Riots took place. And so it's very historic. The Stonewall Riots, it was a bar in New York City where gay men, lesbians, trans folks, especially trans folks of color, were tired of being harassed. So they rioted. They were harassed, and the bars were raided, and they were beaten up, and they rioted. And it really started a movement. And it's a beautiful thing because so many people have been persecuted and suffered just for the people they love and how they identify. So we celebrate Pride Month, kind of like May. We celebrated Mental Health Awareness Month. We celebrate these months because it helps us remember, and it helps us move forward in encouraging people to live lives of integrity and without shame.
And shame, stigma, we talk about that all the time, even just getting rid of the stigma of mental health issues. But so Pride would be the opposite of shame and stigma. And it actually, how does that help you when you identify and you celebrate your identity? How does that help your mental health?
Right. So it helps our mental health because it is all about feeling good about ourselves. I mean, if you're someone who's struggled with anxiety, if you're someone who's struggled with depression, if you're someone who's gone through the process of coming out, right, coming out as gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender, non-binary, that process can be very emotionally draining. Sometimes, for some folks, when they feel persecuted, damaging. So we want people to celebrate all aspects of their identity, and being gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, queer, or questioning is one aspect of identity. So we really want people to celebrate all aspects of their identity. It makes them a whole and healthy self.
Okay, well, let's just settle the myth. You made a choice to be this way. No. You make a choice to live your life fully, but you don't choose to whom you are attracted. You don't necessarily choose your gender identity, right? You can choose to live your life with fullness and with a sense of self and with a sense of belongingness, but you don't choose this aspect of identity. So it really is about allowing people to affirm and love who they are. Isn't that what we want for ourselves and for our kids and for our family members? We just want them to feel good about who they are.
And we're in a state of learning in the country where lots of things are shifting, and talking about people maybe choosing to use pronouns on their emails and even learning what that means, and celebrities coming out like Demi Lovato saying non-binary. How can people celebrate Pride Month and help without feeling maybe embarrassed that they're going to say the wrong thing, or that they're maybe not saying anything because they're worried they're going to make a mistake?
I think that the best thing that you can do is just be open, right? If you're meeting someone, I do it all the time with like clerks in the store, right? If someone looks different, and it's okay to be different, I might say, I'm sorry, what name and what pronoun do you use? And in the same way that if someone is named Elizabeth, but they want to be called Liz, or someone's named John David and they want to be called JD, right? We do these things to make people feel comfortable, and it's just about being open. It's about communicating, and it's the ultimate way to show respect.
Jeff Trail, I hate to bring it up, but the murder of Gianni Versace, Jeff Trail, he had to make a decision in his real life to go and help a homosexual sailor. And it kind of ruined his career, but he had the fortitude and the nerve and the encouragement to step up and do that. And we should be doing that as well. We should, if we see somebody being mistreated, we should step up and say something.
Absolutely. And Scott, I thought we were off the whole Gianni Versace show, but that's for another time.
But yes,
the way they're part of the LGBTQ and all the initials, one of them is ally, right? We need to be allies for those folks that are more disenfranchised or have less of a power dynamic than we might. So being an ally, speaking up for someone, not allowing those crude gay jokes or trans jokes, speaking up and saying that's not okay. It lets people know that we're in an evolving culture where we want to show respect for every single person, because that's what helps us feel good about ourselves.
Yeah. Again, I apologize for bringing up the movie. It won't ever happen again.
It was not good for your mental health, Scott, and that's why you were off of it.
Exactly. Thank you.
Well, we're pretty much out of time, but I guess we should end on that. The good thing is in Connecticut, we tend to be doing better on these types of things and celebrating pride and respecting this community than other states.
Yeah, I think in Connecticut, we should be proud. We've been leaders for the last 20 years in providing, protection against discrimination. It's not additional protections. It's protection against discrimination. We came out with marriage, and it's not gay marriage. It's marriage, because marriage is the same for everyone. And so we should be proud. We're talking about 3 to 8% of the population. We're not talking about very few people. That's a lot of people. So love your neighbor, be good to the people around you, and let's do what we can to feel pride and feel good about ourselves.
All right. Happy Pride. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. Feel better.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr.